am Danny, and welcome to my channel, Danovator, where my experiences become your adventure. Today we're going to explore Baker County, which is right on the other side of the river. Remember to please subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be reminded when I come out with my next video. Well, let's go explore. In today's video, we will roam the communities of Baker County, Georgia. I will share with you some of the sights I encountered during my adventure. This is the Mitchell County boat ramp located off of Highway 37. It is here that the original bridge that joined Mitchell to Baker County was once located. This boat ramp has a porta potty available. Crossing over the Flint River Bridge is the city of Newton. We will first turn left on Highway 91. Just out of Newton, on the left is the Rocky Bend Flint River Retreat. This is Baker County's premier camping spot. You are greeted by this large turtle at the main office. Showers are available. Beside the main office is this venue that has a kitchen that you can rent for your next event. There are also these amazing cabins. You can even rent kayaks and canoes to navigate up the scenic Flint River. Continuing down 91, we come to this gate which is usually locked. This is the entrance of the Jones Center at Notchaway. It is a research and conservation facility. The Notchaway Creek cuts through its property. It was established by Robert Woodruff, who was once the president of Coca-Cola from 1923 to 1955. He had created Notchaway as a personal retreat that provided private quail hunting. Notchaway was once the site of research that helped cure the malaria epidemic. Hopefully, one day I can get a tour and share my experience with you. Notchaway is located in the Haggard's Mill community. Here is their voting center. Our final stop on Highway 91 is at the extinct Cheevertown community. Cheevertown began briefly with the establishment of a post office in 1882. At this location, you can find the Notchaway Baptist Church, which was built in 1896. Out front is a unique working mechanical water pump. We now arrive back at the town of Newton. Most of Newton's businesses can be found here facing Highway 91. This mural gives fading hints of Baker County's farming communities. This is the Michaels Plaza, and across the street in the old Newton Hardware Plaza is the Dollar General. The Newton City Hall and the police department is located on the corner of Highway 91 and Sunset Avenue. Also at this location is this Veterans Memorial. Across from the Veterans Memorial is the First Bank, the Post Office, and the Baker County Health Center. East of the Health Department is the Baker County K-12 school. Newton's old high school is located off of Highway 91 at Baker Place. Next to the old high school is where you'll find the current location of the Baker County Courthouse. Newton was designated as the county seat of Baker in 1831. Broad Street runs into the old part of Newton on Main Street. Main Street began where the old bridge once spanned across the Flint River. Main Street is where you'll find the historical Baker County Courthouse, which was built in 1900. It remained in operation until after the flood of 1994. The floodwaters would reach a record height at just over 45 feet on July 13, 1994, making it the most effective area during this disaster. There were even caskets popping out of the ground in low-lying flooded cemeteries. Located by the old courthouse is this nice little kids park, which is nestled beside this old, decaying building. A few other buildings remain standing around the old square. This was the old pool hall. Hey in there, let me in! Located further up Main Street was the Hilltop Service Station. It was once owned by the local sheriff, Gator Johnson. Back then, it may have been a good idea to buy your gas here, or maybe face the consequences. Beside Hilltop is the Newton City Cemetery. Located in the rear of this cemetery were two unique grave sites. This was the gravesite of Jane Doe, who has recently been identified as Angie Cowan. And to the right was John Doe, who has been identified as Stephen Donnelly Sr. Where Main Street now dead ends here in Newton, Georgia, is a unique round house. This homeowner decided to creatively elevate his home to prevent any further damage from the rising waters of future floods. And in 1998, his decision would pay off with the devastation of another flood. As we head northeast on Highway 91 out of Newton, to the left are a series of fish ponds. This is the Owen and Williams Fish Farm. They raise a variety of fish that you can stock your personal fish ponds with. Catfish to bass, to name a few, and grass carp that can help keep your ponds clean. Just a short distance down 91 from the fish ponds is this block passage which used to lead to the Hardup community. Founded in 1889, it once had a post office, churches, and a few cemeteries. The old Hardup community is now almost just a memory inside the Pineland Plantation. That building over to the left used to be known as the Doll House. I'll let you use your imagination to what once happened there. I will now turn left on Coquet Ford Road. At the end of Coquet Ford Road, I turn left on Pretoria Road. Through the trees on the left is the Pine Bloom Plantation House, which was built in the 1850s. Just a short distance, I turn right down this wickedly sandy dirt road called Bell Pond Road. Bell Pond Road butts into Clear Lake Road. To the right is Clear Lake. This is the area that Gator Johnson, who once ran Hilltop, once lived. When Clear Lake Road butts into Highway 37, I turn left. The next community we will visit is Elmodel. In 1904, a post office was placed here and remained in operation until 1967. This structure is the most spectacular structure in Elmodel. It's the McRaney House. It was built in 1909 for the family of Malcolm McRaney. His local lumber business put this small community on the map. This house was the first in Baker County to have indoor plumbing and electricity. Across from the McRaney house is this old structure hiding in the weeds. I had heard in the past, during Christmas, someone set up a nativity scene in that open room. Heading back northwest on Highway 37, I turned left after the bridge onto Patmos, Milford, Highway 216. Look at this windmill. Our next community is Milford. which was established in 1852 along with its post office, which remained in operation until 1955. At this intersection in Milford, there's not much to see, but there was this abandoned structure hiding in the edge of the woods. The road at this intersection is the Milford Church Road. Located by the church, in its cemetery, is this memorial of where the previous church once stood. It is now a prayer garden. Across the road, I found this beautiful burial plot. And beside it is this old wrought iron enclosed gravesite. Back on 216 is the Milford Voting Building. And this tornado warning system. Just past the Notchaway Creek Bridge is the Patmos community. In Patmos, these two old general stores still stand. And across from them is the Patmos Free Will Baptist Church. In its cemetery is this memorial to an early charter member, Elizabeth G. Griffin, who died in 1898. In Patmos, I'm going to travel south on Julia Jones Road. A very popular country store was located here. It was known as Tennell Grocery. It not only supplied groceries for this isolated community, but also stocked hardware for the surrounding farmers. Down Julia Jones Road is also the Bush Cemetery. This statue has a twin that is located in the bottom of the ocean. I would presume the Atlantic Ocean. The ship that was delivering it to the United States sank, and another statue had to be made and shipped again. Stephen H. Bush died on October 6, 1916. Traveling back northward to Patmos, I turned left on Willow Nook Road. To the left is the Christ Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. I had read that after the Civil War, that this is the location that the local freed slaves begin their church congregation. Where Willow Nook, which is also known as Crestview Road, joins Highway 119, I found these concrete slabs where a couple of buildings once stood. Just a short distance northwest on Highway 119 is the Christ Methodist Church, which was built in the early 1900s. It has this cemetery which overlooks a valley. Traveling southeast on Highway 119, I passed through the Bethany community. This community was founded in 1855 and once had an old school which had grades 1 through 9. I could not locate the remnants of that building. But I found a few of these buildings around Highway 119. And down this dirt road, I spotted a couple of deer. Next to those John Deere road scrapers, I found this cemetery. By the cemetery is the now abandoned Bethany Baptist Church. It was dedicated in 1951, so I'm assuming that it was built about the same time. Heading southeast, Highway 119 turns onto Highway 200 at the location of a once popular store called Gaines Grocery. Highway 200 brings us to the Anna community. This is where this community votes. Also located in the Anna community is the Live Oak Free Will Baptist Church, which was established in 1884. It is named after these old live oak trees which surround it. And across the highway is its cemetery. Highway 200 continues to a special intersection known as 5 Points. It is here that 5 Points Peanut Company is located. I was able to meet the patriarch of this operation, Charles Jerry Joe Hurd Sr. I want to thank Joe for enlightening me with a little local history, and I want to thank his 2 grandsons for helping me navigate throughout this community. From 5 Points, I continue east on Highway 200. Until I reach the Top Nut Peanut Company. Top Nut Peanut was once known as the Newton Farm Center, which was owned by Jack Hurd, the brother of Joe Hurd that I met earlier. The peanuts are brought to these facilities from the fields by peanut wagons and dried by heated blowers. I will leave Top Nut Peanut and travel down Coon Pond Road. Then I will make this left on Church Road. Which leads to this church. This is Travelers Rest Free Will Baptist Church. Its first congregation was established prior to the 1880s. Travelers Rest, during the flood of '94, provided food and support for its local affected victims. Back on Coon Pond Road, we approach Highway 37. A right takes us to Newton. A left takes us to Elmodel. But we will continue across on Coon Pond Road, which is now a dirt road. This dirt road takes us to our final destination on our Baker County adventure. Mount Carmel Baptist Church is one of the oldest churches in Baker County. It was established in 1852. As you will learn about me, if there's a bell, I will have to ring it. This church is still active. This cemetery is one of the oldest in the county, too. Thomas Clifford Rouse of the Daugherty County Sheriff's Department was killed while responding to an armed robbery. He was 39 years old at the time of his death on the 23rd of December, 2010. There is a gravesite which has 2 hearts on its headstone. Janet Lynn McCall, age 16, and Wendy Gail Durham, age 15, died in a car accident on the 22nd of January, 1984. Janet's younger brother, Jason Cash McCall, who died in 2020, has a memorial monument laid beside her. Over in the corner of the cemetery is this beautiful, lifelike statue of Callista Cook Hurd. She was married to Jack Hurd, who owned the Newton Farm Center. He is buried beside her. Callista died on the 19th of July, 1976. Jack died on the 1st of May, 2007.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my video today, traveling around Baker County from Newton and all these little back roads. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. And always remember, your adventure awaits with the Denovator. I will see y'all the next time.